Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. If you are a new face, welcome in. Nice to see you. If you're an old one, there. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. Thank you for your donations and your emails. Please be aware that at the moment my Bronwen's Cove email is playing up. If you need to get in contact with me, I have actually added another email. It is White Ravens Mystics. You can find that in the description box, okay? Anyone looking for clearing transmissions, wishing to book emails, or just wishing to share their story, you can get me that way. Now, please remember there is still someone pretending to be me, there's also someone pretending to be a mentor, saying, oh my gosh, me too, why don't you email me? Or why don't you WhatsApp me? Watch out for that person as well. These are scammers. If you see it, just block it and report it for me, please. Thank you so much. Now, this is a timeless collective reading, as energy is fluid, meaning I can be picking up on past, present, or future energy. This could resonate with you. It could be for the person next door to you. It could be for another light one or your divine counterpart. So please take it as it resonates. Now, excuse me. When I was looking at what it was that we should be focusing on, I was actually given notes. I was giving a message, and the message was, I saw a woman holding a book, and I said, I heard let's go, and the book was placed in my hands, and the book flipped open. It was a reddish brown book, and I was told it was story time, chapter 1, and it says, a book opens in someone's hand, and it says, let the story begin. And I heard the words passion, drugs, heresy, a love not well matched. And then I saw the actress from, it's a really good program, it's called Euphoria, and it follows this girl's battle more or less with drug addiction. And in Euphoria, I see this woman, and it's not her, it's not the actress, but it's a representation of whoever this person is in their story. Someone was drunk and drugged, and it's in a house party. And it's almost like they started in a house party. There's a lot of smoking or drug taking, and then a group were taken to a pub or a club, but I wasn't shown anyone else. So it's about this person's story, and I heard roofied, okay, or a hypnol. And then I heard, because I asked, well, how does this relate to the people that are watching? And I was told you were supposed to be caught, but you got away. So this may be past energy, this may be present energy, but there's something here about trying to slip something in someone's drink, because then I heard the words, give them more drugs, slip in drink, and disembodied mind. Okay, there was something here about trying to kidnap or take someone when they were in a vulnerable state, and not just a vulnerable state of being under the influence of drugs or alcohol. They were looking at a timeline in the past where a light one was disembodied in their mind, where they were what's the word, not devalued. They didn't have that empowerment just yet. They may have been making choices that weren't the greatest for them, and there's no judgment, because we all learn and grow, and it takes us a while to become empowered when we come from dysfunctional families, or if we've had major trauma. It takes a while for us to heal those things, to find that confidence in ourselves. And there's something here about trying in the past to do this and it failing in some way, and now trying it again. And I heard, but not just with you or the person you're thinking of, because you've got here dragonfly mermaid. You've attracted wonderful news, and it's upside down. Okay, now that's very interesting, especially with what has come through as that message. So what's the bad news? Why is somebody feeling disembodied? Because you've got here Elizabeth and the Lion. It's time to become a great leader. There's something here about trying to pull the past back up. Because I heard sordid past. Who has a sordid past? And it says something is about to end for now. And this, when you condense that number, this is family. This is your 4th house. So there's someone here, a family member, that's trying to drag up a past. And when I say past life, I'm not talking about your previous life that you reincarnated into this one. I'm talking about a timeline that no longer resonates with you at all. You are not that person anymore. You have evolved. They're trying to drag something up from the past, because I heard blackmail. Why did I hear blackmail? You must choose, and it's upside down. So this person is they're trying to force a light one's hand, okay? Because you've also got the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. and it's upside down. This is something that if this resonates with you, and it resonates with you that there are, you know, dysfunctional people that you no longer speak to, or that you've removed cords from, and you've grown away from them and you've evolved. If this resonates for you, then you know who this person is, or you have an inkling about who this person is. For those of you that it doesn't resonate with, there's something here, because I heard Aquarius, but I also heard Arcturian. Excuse me. There's something here about researching someone's starseed lineage, because I heard mess it up, but I heard Aquarian, because Aquarians are very good with technology. Because I heard you can't hack me, but someone has been trying to push into someone's previous timeline. Because I heard jumping over it like the can, you know, they kick their legs up. So somebody has been trying to jump back over hurdles into a previous timeline when a light one was disempowered, when they were learning how to stand on their 2 feet, and how they, you know, and even before that, when they didn't know how to, okay? Because you've got here challenges, use your imagination, strange companions in stranger places. Someone here, okay, so someone here is trying to look back at a timeline when, you know, this light one was disempowered, when they hadn't learned, you know, they hadn't awoken, or they were still just, you know, rather than connecting those dots and realizing that there's something larger happening than just us existing and, you know, bumping, you know, going through life, bumping into other things and thinking that it's a coincidence rather than a sign or a synchronicity. There's something here about trying to go back there, especially with challenges, use your imagination. And you've also got the gift of sacred sight. Yeah, they're trying to go back to the time when this light one's third eye hadn't opened, or, you know, even if it opened a tiny little bit, there was still that doubt, you know, because there are points in our lives before we become comfortable with ourselves, before we start, you know, following our, you know, our true north, where we don't listen to our intuition, where our third eye may try and open itself, and we either close it because of fear, or we close it because other people around us also have their third eye closed, because you've got I will watch over you. So they're going back into a time when maybe this light one felt like they were lost, or they were by themselves, or they weren't supported, not only in this realm, but they had no idea about the other realms, if that makes sense. Because I heard small and quiet. Now, why was I shown this Euphoria program and drunk and drugged in a house party? Why was I shown this? Oh, whoa. And it says here, wisdom is light as a feather. Now that's interesting. It's almost like a forewarning, because I heard planning it. Now that won't be for everyone, but there's something about trying to plan it, because you've also got a loyal guardian, a magic protector is there for you upside down. Because I heard when she sleeps, when who sleeps? Look, sadness, after sadness, happiness and hope returns. So this is about balance. There's something here about, for someone here, there may be a past timeline that holds trauma over something that's linked to what I saw in this this download that I got about, you know, feeling very vulnerable, or having that disembodied mind with someone slipping something in someone's drink. If that is so, please remember I am not a licensed therapist in any way, shape or form, or, you know, a mental health professional. But if this does bring up an emotional trigger or an emotional wound, you're being asked to revisit that in your own pace and at your own time, to help heal that timeline, because someone's trying to hook or pull that back up. Now, please remember that if that brings up trauma and you find that difficult to look at, that's why I say do it at your own time. And if you need to speak to somebody who is professional in the therapy industry to help you do that, I do encourage you to do that without any bias, without any judgment. I just say that with love, okay? Because sometimes we do have trauma that it is difficult to do by ourselves, and we do need that helping hand. So I do encourage whoever it is that resonates with to take your time, go and seek that support, okay? Because sometimes some of my videos can actually pull up quite raw, sensitive issues, okay? Now with that being said, what else is coming out? You've also got complete commitment, okay? The Mermaid of Immersion. And again, it's your 4th house. This is to do with your stability. Now this person here, something about to end for now. You must choose, okay? And then complete commitment. Someone's definitely trying to force a light one's hand, whether that is you, the person you're thinking of, your divine counterpart, or just another light one, all right? They're trying to force the hand. How are they doing this? they're trying to get someone's defences down. They're hoping that someone hasn't healed from a past trauma, or they haven't, there's something here about hoping that this person hasn't looked back that far at timelines when they were in the dark. And I don't mean that they were led by the dark, almost like when you are sat in a room and the light's off and you cannot see the light at all. You can't see the trees through the woods. They're hoping that there's a part of them somewhere that hasn't been healed or hasn't been revisited, because you've got harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. They don't realise, especially that when she sleeps, there is some sort of energy shield or something around this person that brings in some sort of wish fulfillment. Because when I look at that number condensed, it's a 9, and that's to do with wish fulfillment, abundance. And it's also, when you think of the 9 of Wands, and that's about injury and accident, okay? There's something here with, you have an ancestor, a guide, a deity, whatever energy form it is, that is coming in to kind of heed you a warning, just saying heed this warning. This area within a past timeline needs to be revisited. It's not urgent, it's not something that you have to do right now, but you do have to make that actionable step to look back at that, because this is where they are working on, or trying to, okay? Because you've also got victory. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. Look at that. Okay, and with that being the Ace of Cups as well, this is almost, it's a heed this warning, but at the same time it's a blessing. Okay, and it's a blessing in disguise is what I heard, because when you go back and revisit that and look at this and look at the area where you did feel disempowered, or even just revisit before you had your spiritual awakening, okay? And for someone, I heard a writing session. Write down things before you were spiritually awake. What was around you? What was it that you found difficult or challenging? What patterns did you see in behaviour or interactions, whether that's your work, your family, your friends, love? And how did that change as you woke up? Because there's going to be a snippet of information or wisdom in there that's going to give you this victory with whatever it is that they're trying to bring in, okay, or attach. What else would like to come out? Please and thank you. Why was I showing euphoria? Okay. And you've got energy, because I just said, why was I showing euphoria? And I was given energy and inspiration. Okay. Someone here is also, there's something here about trying to take your inspiration, the way that you connect to the divine, because that is your divine feminine energy. Okay. And it says on here, all a light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. And then on the other one, inspiration, it says, Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. I did say that when she was sleeping, I knew there was like this feminine energy, like a grand energy around someone, okay? And with this being green, this is your heart chakra. You have, wow. Okay, so you have Isis. And Isis, yes, she is the goddess of magic, but whenever I think of Isis, I think of mother. She has a very mothering energy. Now, if you don't work with deities or with Kemetic principles, that's absolutely fine. Whatever it is that you resonate with, that's who's calling to you when you think of like a really motherly energy. That's who's coming, because you have to remember that, you know, many gods and goddesses, they have a reflection which is slightly different in different cultures. You know, you have Isis, Sekhmet, Bast, Hathor, and then if you're looking at the Greeks, you have slightly similar. Then you have Celts, you have slightly similar. So take it as it resonates for you. But there's definitely this energy coming around you with wisdom as light as a feather. There's something here that she wants you to have a look at, because especially with challenges, use your imagination. And that's also reminding me, if you're having any chaos or calamity or issues, whether that is with your technology, like me with my emails, you have this energy coming in wanting to focus you on something. There's something that you haven't, I heard, dealt with, but you haven't looked at, okay? And it's not causing a block, but it's causing a delay, okay? Because I always say this, that, you know, the more that we heal, the more we protect ourselves, because there's less things to be hooked and niggled and held onto. Glamour, okay? So someone's trying to play some sort of glamour spell. Ooh, look at that with the psychic protection. Now that's really interesting, because what I'm getting from this is that you have this energy of Isis coming through, saying, just giving you a heads up, someone's trying to glamour you to make it look like you have no psychic protection. If you've got calamity going around you, or there's chaos, or there's this or there's that, Somebody's placing a glamour spell so that when other people view you, they are repelled or they move away. And I had got ya, because on here it says glamour. Into this mirror, now I see the realms of possibility. Okay, but and again, because when you condense that number there, that's all about balance. Okay, that's generosity, that's finances. Someone is trying to turn people's eyes away from you, or trying to turn people's hearts away from you. That's very interesting, because psychic protection says here, around me now a shield of gold protecting me, strong and bold. And there you go, it's actually Archangel Michael as I see it, but with it upside down. And that's a family member. Again, that is a family member. You have a family member here who is trying to cast some sort of illusion, and that makes sense again with it coming back to someone trying to figure out a timeline in which you were disempowered, or you just were unaware of other realms, other dimensions, of, you know, a spiritual awakening. This person is trying to, it's almost like they're trying to project the energy of how you were before you were spiritually awakened, and they're trying to kind of project the more shadow side that we have. Okay, the thing is as well is that if you're not aware that you have a shadow, we live in that shadow, and it's not until we spiritually wake up and start realizing, oh, I have this part of me that I need to heal, and haha, I may have been sitting in that when I said this and this. Okay, that's when we start to heal. Okay, and we've all been through it, and they're doing it because of the karma they are getting for all of the messed up, weird, jealous-ish that they've been doing for a very long time. Because on here it says justice. By the power of 3 by 3, Mayat, deliver justice to me. Oh, okay. So this person over here is Vex, okay? They're trying to turn the tables, because with that 5 there being about change, it's also to do with towers, all right? They don't like the fact that they are in hot water, so to speak. Okay, so they're trying to place a glamour over you, over the person you're thinking of, another light one of your divine counterparts, to make it look as if you are the one that's going through the ringer. Okay, because there has been in previous readings this theme coming through of someone who is very, very karmic, who has been spouting lies and slander about this light one, stating that it was the other way round, that they're the light one, you know, they are very much of love and light, and this other person's been karmic and been doing this stuff to them. Well, they're trying to hide now. This glamour may have been something they're trying to do around themselves, and I heard it's not working, so they're trying to place a glamour or a hex or something like that over someone else's eyes, because you've also got here confidence. See, and it's going back to here, they're trying to get it to the point where this light one isn't confident within themselves. Because if you look at my previous video, it was talking about when you speak your words of power, you have to do it from a place of confidence, of just that quiet knowing that your words, your actions and your thoughts create your reality. Because if you are doing a return to sender or revoking or, you know, blessing your home or whatever it is that you're doing, if you doubt yourselves, if you doubt your capability and your power, you're literally telling the universe, this is what I want more of. I do not believe in myself. So you're going to have energy that matches that. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a light one to forget who they are. Okay, forget what their I am presence is. Because on here it says, by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Okay. Oh, this is also because with that protection, you know, you have a guardian protector card coming up in this deck, and it being upside down. There's something here about trying to take away your protection that you have, you know, to your north, to your east, to your south, to your west. How interesting. The unexpected, a change you did not see coming. And then over here we have, you've attracted wonderful news. There's something here about already knowing this is coming, and they know that you're going to know. This is so silly, right? Because they know that you're going to know, but they're going to do it anyway. Okay, and this may be a distraction technique, and I heard yes it is. Because look, you've got dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. And then you've got psychic protection. There's something here about trying to get into your dream state. They want to know how much you do know. But this almost seems like a distraction method or a distraction tactic for something else. Okay. They're definitely trying to get into someone's dream state. Now let's find out why. What is it that they are trying? What is this distraction for? What is this distraction for, please and thank you? What is this distraction for? Divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. So if this is a distraction, because they want to know, they want to know who's protecting you. No, I heard what's in your Akashic records. There's something, they've been blocked from it. So they're doing all this glamour, not only to kind of knock you off of your due north, but it's almost to confuse you, so that if you're looking at this, they think they can go around the back. Because in one of my previous readings, it did talk about trying to attach mold or damp or water or something like that to someone's home to try and sneak in. Okay, they will try the most. I would say it's creative. There you go. And I am getting that strong 11th house Aquarian, because they are very, very creative. Now that could be you could be an Aquarian, or they could be an Aquarian, or they could just be trying to affect your 11th house. That is to do with communities, social gatherings, friends as well. What else wants to come out? Beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. Okay, so there's something here about, it's coming back to this glamour. They're wanting to make sure, they're trying to make it out that you are some sort of evil. I heard evil witch, but why did I hear heresy? Give me back that message that came through. I heard partied all the time. So I don't know if, like, before, you know, this light one woke up and became spiritual, had their spiritual awakening, if they went out and they took recreational drugs, or if they drank too much, or if, you know, they just partied way too hard and didn't look after themselves. But there's something here about trying to project this energy now onto this light one, so that when other people are perceiving them, that's the energy that they're getting. Yeah, on Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. Okay, you've definitely got Odin here, but you've also got 7. This is lies. There's something here about, I'm just listening. I just heard, right, I've seen someone standing on a witness stand, and there's something here with the justice and the wisdom. And I heard they told me to take this and said that it would help me. But then I just ended up with this. There's someone here, like, putting on crocodile tears. There's something here about trying to attach this. That's what they're trying to find out. They're trying to distract this light one with this glamour and blah, 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 to make it seem like that's the only thing that they're doing. They're not only trying to get people to turn away from you, but there's something here about standing up in a court of law and stating that this light one was part of some sort of deviant sexual assault or something along those lines. Because with this energy from this message that came through that I wrote down, excuse my handwriting, with it saying, you know, someone got roofied or someone had rehypnol, there's something here about trying to say that this light one was involved in it. Or this light one said, if you take this, you'll have a good time. Oh my goodness, the worst. Anything else from here? The top one, this one, or that one? This one, okay. Victory. I shall celebrate, I shall rise, I will let victory make me wise. So yeah, look, you've got wisdom coming out as well. They think doing this, their cup will runneth over, okay? And I had a set up for sure, a set up for sure. And you've got passion on the back, and it says, rise passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. So while they're trying to do this glamour to get people to turn away, and you're looking at that, they're coming up with a way of going up on the stand and lying about this. And there seems to be this energy of, if they can get enough people to turn away from this light one, or just say, you know, their vibes are weird or blah, 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 that they can use that to their advantage when they do go to court, or when they do speak to a police officer or whoever it is that they go and speak to. They can then go and say, well, you know what, everybody else in the community or everyone else online or this had that same weird vibe from them. Oh my good gosh. Oh my good gosh, what would you like me to take? This one or this one? This one, let's have a look. Okay, so you have here, what kind of present do you like the best? And that's coming back to them saying that they were offered something. And you've also got, when you experience stress or overwhelm, how do you like to be supported? This is a friend. This is someone that a light one may have parted with. This may be someone that you know, was a friend of a family. This may be a friendship circle that, you know, this light one, you or the person you're thinking of just, you know, doesn't hang around with anymore. But there's more than one energy here. This is this is a family member, whether that's a sibling, a cousin, someone like that. And it's also a friend. It may be a childhood friend, or it may be somebody that, you know, when you're young, you can even do it now. We say, oh, you're my sister or you're my brother, but you're not blood related. There's something here. And see, as I get on point on it, my throat starts to go. What else would like to come out on this? Okay, and you've also got, how many sexual partners have you had in the past, and how have these experiences affected you? And it's upside down. Someone may be actually going around stating that, you know, this light one has assaulted someone, or this light one was involved in something, especially with how many sexual partners have you had, because when I read that, I kept seeing like the strobe lighting of a club of some sort. And I don't know if it was like in the VIP area at the back, but it's almost like, or you know, when you first wake up in the morning and your eyes are still a bit blurry, and I personally do not wake up like that. I cannot open my eyes and be like, whoa, let's go. I need to have a cup of coffee, or I need, you know, I need to stick my brain back together from dreamland. That's the energy that I'm getting here, of someone being either inebriated or stumbling about. And when I'm reading this as well, it's like, and how have these experiences affected you? Somebody is lying in court and saying that this light one was involved, or they knew, or they orchestrated something. And with them saying, how many sexual partners have you had? They're saying that this has happened more than once, okay? There's something here about trying to lie in a way that it can't be, the defense can't be, well, this person didn't know what was in that vial. They're trying to make out like this has happened more than once and this person did it with intent. And that's just nasty, isn't it? That's horrible. And it says here, what triggers you during an argument? And it's upside down, okay? So this person who is lying is extremely emotionally triggered by this light one's glow up. And I heard also the cold shoulder, because I heard you blocked them, or you walked away from them, or they have no way of getting in contact with you or the person that you're thinking of. And it says, what famous person would you want a hall pass to sleep with? And it's upside down, okay? There's something here about trying to connect, either saying, you know, this house party or going to this club, it happened with a celebrity, because I heard the Me Too movement. There may be something here about this person stating that this happened to them by a celebrity, and there may have been there may be some authenticity to this, or whoever it is that's standing up knows someone that happened to through a celebrity, through the Me Too movement. However, there's something here about trying to coax someone into saying that this happened at a different event away from a celebrity, and that you, the person you're thinking of, or another light one, were involved, okay? And trying to use that as some sort of leverage, and people believing them because it happened, and maybe it was proved to be true the first time with a celebrity. And I heard, oh honey, you don't know the first of it. And it says, if you could pick 1 year of your life to do over, which year would you pick and why? And that's upside down. And especially with divine guidance, this is going back again and pointing to whoever it is that it resonates with, to go back to a point in your life before you had your spiritual awakening. Is there a year in your life that was particularly tough, or particularly uncomfortable, or just, you know, you didn't have a great time? Because you're being asked, especially with this divine guidance coming out, and with Isis, there's something here about mothering your inner child in that period that has been overlooked. And I say that without judgment, but there's something here that has been missed, and you're being asked to go back and have a look at that, okay? Because especially with what triggers you during an argument, this person is plotting and planning with whoever they've, you know, whoever this childhood friend is, to try and hook a cord or a hex or whatever it is. My throat keeps going again. Not today, Satan, not today. Let's get that throat Let's get that throat chakra open. Now you've also got here, tell me something you believed as a child that makes you laugh now, and it's upside down. For some reason I'm getting also, this is something to do with like a sibling or a cousin or like an immediate family member, and it doesn't have to be, but there's something here about like being oppressed or having your voice taken away, because would that tell me something you believed as a child that makes you laugh now that's upside down? It's almost like there was some sort of belief or bias that was pushed onto a light one when they were younger that was very limiting, whether that's about the world around them or about themselves, okay? Because with beauty upside down, I don't know if somebody was told by a family member that they weren't beautiful and there's confirmation, or whether they weren't of any value, or, you know, or compared them or competed them, pushed them to compete with another sibling or a cousin, because that's really out of order. You should never do that to your children, and I'm really sorry if that happened to you, because every single one of you is beautiful. But this is definitely pushing back to inner child or wounded inner child energy work here. Okay, so if that does resonate, whoever it was that was saying that to you may be involved, and there's more confirmation. Okay, let's see what else needs to come out. And you have here, how would you describe your financial status? And it's upside down. There's something here as well with someone needs to remove this. There's some sort of heart wall or heart wound within a light one that's being held, and I heard it's a secret, okay? And that will only resonate for certain people, but there's something here with how you value yourself is how you connect to the law of abundance. And we all grow up with biases that we don't even realize that we have, that can be really minute, or they can be really indirect in how they were implanted in us from when we were very little when it comes to money. And, you know, if you go back to the first time as a child or as a young teen that you learnt what money was, what was the first thing that you heard? Did, you know, were your parents or your caregivers placing some sort of limiting expectation on money? Or were they opening up that, you know, the doors to abundance and saying, you know, it's something that is achievable for everybody? For example, for me, when I was very little, the first experience I remember is one of my aunts wanting to buy me a Barbie. And I'd never had a Barbie before. I was about 6 or 7. And my mum saying to her, you can't buy that, it's too expensive. And that, for me, it stung, because I really wanted a Barbie. I'd never had one of those before. And she said no, and she said the word expensive, and I didn't even know what that word meant, but I just knew that it was, you can't have that because you have to pay money. And I must have held on to that, you know. There is a really good book called, oh my gosh, I cannot remember. Why can't I remember it? It is, the book is How to Make $1,000 in 21 Days. Manifestation Babe. I will actually put the link in. It's not an affiliate link, it's just a book that I have used, and it works wonders for removing negative or biased mindsets that we hold on to when it comes to money and what we think we deserve. Telling yourself, even as an adult, that something's too expensive, you are placing a limit. Okay, an exercise that's really good also is imagining that you are walking down the road or you're in a shopping mall and you see all of these things that you feel that are too expensive, and imagine walking in and actually buying them and not worrying, oh my gosh, I can't pay rent or I can't do this. You're buying them, you're buying all those things because you're changing your mindset and you're telling the universe, I already have this, I can already afford to buy that. Guess what? You're changing your frequency and the universe is going to provide you more. I don't know why that was needed to be said, but you also have it. What are the deal breakers that would make you reconsider our relationship? And it's upside down. This has got third party energy in it. Okay, so this is either the sibling, cousin, or this is the friend, like the childhood friend. There's third party energy in here. And this is more than just, I'm just going to keep you in this timeline because I'm jealous of you. There's something else going on here, okay? And especially when I look at Isis, the goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Someone here is trying to bring in depression or heartache, okay? Especially the deal breakers. What are the deal breakers that would make you reconsider our relationship? Upside down. There's something here about inner beauty, someone finding out that someone did not have inner beauty and then being very rageful or bitter that whoever it was they were with turned their face away from them and started looking at this light one instead, because of the inspiration of how they value others, okay, and how they find their own value. Because it says, I feel most loved when you. And then you've also got here, describe something that turns you on which you haven't shared with me, upside down. There may have been some sort of weird kink that this sibling, cousin or family friend had that was found out about. Okay. Now, especially going back to like this club and being roofied and things like that, there's something here about trying to turn the tables or trying to get that energy. That makes sense. There's something here about this weird turn on or kink that they have, okay? And I heard I'm ashamed of it, of trying to project not only the energy of this light one before they became enlightened or before they became, you know, awakened, spiritually awoken, of taking that energy that, you know, partying too hard or not taking care of yourself yet because you don't really know how to, no judgment there, and also adding this weird sexual kink that this family member or friendship, you know, old friend has, and trying to cast that towards this light one. That is weird, isn't it? How weird. What do you like me to take? This one, or that? This one. Okay, let's have a look. And we have here, take care of your needs. And you also have here, sage, be devoted and committed. This person does not look after themselves. They don't look after themselves, and the energy that I'm getting is someone who's a bit of an energy vampire. And look, I've got my house sign coming out, and these cards slipped out, so I want to see what's under them. But they don't take care of themselves. There's something here about them encouraging either you or another light one to drink or to go into excess when you went out and partied on purpose, because they wanted to see you fail or they wanted to see you in a vulnerable position. Okay, because you've also got Earth Guardian, and it says stay rooted and grounded. Yeah, they are trying to do this again. They may have tried in previous timelines, or, you know, and that can be decades or years or months, to try and get, because I heard inebriated. There was something here about them being part of this, either whether that is a sexual assault attempt, whether that is trafficking, whatever it is. And I apologise if that brings up any emotional wounds or triggers. But that's what they were trying to do back then. And there's something they're trying to orchestrate again, because you've got here, eagle, see from the higher perspective. Again, they're trying to muddy not only this light one's intuition and how they tap into and connect to the divine source of all, which is what keeps us 10 steps ahead. But they're also trying to muddy the vision of those around this light one, so they turn away from them, so they don't have support. Okay, because you've also got dream and journey. So there's something here also about astral travel and trying to block astral travel from coming in, because winter came out again, take care of your needs. They're trying to distract. They're trying to also, because I heard deflect, because I'm hearing something about stick it like glue, and I don't know if that is a kind of like I return this back to you. It's almost like saying sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. There's something here with them trying to use similar words of power that this light one uses, not only to reverse and switch them so that when this light one speaks their words of power, they do the opposite. But there's something here, they're actually quite inspired by this light one, by how this light one can just continues going forward, but also how caring and compassionate this light one is, and like they secretly low-key are inspired by this light one and try using their words of power. This is why I was getting energy before of them trying to get into dreamscape or into dream state or into astrally projecting, because they do want to be healed and they do want help, but they're very, very discombobulated in how they ground and their mental health also. And remember, I'm not a mental health worker in any way, shape or form. This is just the energy that's coming through. But they would never say this. They would never turn around and be like, do you know what, you inspire me. You inspire me to do better. But then within a flick of the switch, I'm back to trying to energy harvest you, because you've also got magic guardian. Unlock the magic within and take care of your needs. This person can't. And that's why they keep trying to energy harvest. I heard they tried it then and they'll try it again. Okay, show me more. And you've got here, Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. What was I saying? They're trying to get you to block yourself with worry. And you've also got Oracle, wait for important information. Now this went upside down and I picked it up this way. There's something here about trying to hurry you into a decision as well. Some sort of decision they want. And like I said at the start, okay, there is something about trying to force a loved one's hand. What is it that they're trying to force them to do? Because we never really figured that out properly, did we? Sun, enjoy success and happiness. Okay, they're trying to force the hand again when it comes to some sort of business deal or some sort of choice that when it comes to your finances and your stability. And remember, your stability can be your home and your foundations, it can be your identity, or it could be physical abundance in the form of money. And you've also got autumn, release the old and rest. Okay, now with this being over here with the inspiration, Isis may be actually asking again to go back to that timeline. If there's something that needs to be released, and releasing that actually will bring in your abundance a lot quicker. Okay, but Isis is also asking you to wait for important information. If you're waiting for a contract or you're about to, you know, sign a new lease on a home or a car, you're being told, if that's what you want to do and that resonates with you, go for it. Make sure you are reading the fine print. Make sure that you're not being coaxed into a deal that you're not 100% fully comfortable with. If you feel like you need to get legal aid, for example, because you want some support in that way or advice, do it. Okay, don't be rushed into making a choice that you're not completely 1000% comfortable with. Anything else that would like to come out? And you've got here, Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. So that's what they're trying to get you away from. Okay, they're trying to make it so that you are focusing more on, you know, oh my gosh, they've sent a glamour spell, I don't know what's going on, blah blah, rather than seeing what they're doing in the background. Okay, and you've also got here, Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. That's just confirmation, isn't it? Is there anything else that would like to come out? Let's have a look. Anything else that would like to come out as advice before I go, please and thank you. And you have here, Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So please take heed of your dreams, but it's not just your dreams, it's signs and synchronicities that you see through the day. Okay, if like you see a lovely quote and it really hits a note, or you're reading a book and there's a passage in it that really, you know, it either gives you deja vu or there's something about it, note it down. Get yourself a journal, and it's not just for dream interpretation, but you can note things down through the day, because sometimes I may be watching the news or listening to a song, or, you know, I'll read something and I'm like, oh my gosh, why does that seem so familiar, or why do I get an inner knowing from that? And I'll note things down through the day, and it won't be until I'm getting ready to do a reading that I see a pattern in it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I may need to ask my guides, do I need to focus on this? And sometimes they'll say yes, and other times they'll be like, no, that's just for you, Bronwen. Okay, because you've also got, yeah, Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, do I need anything else for advice? Yes. Okay, what one do I need for advice? This one. So let's have a look at a quick bit of advice before I go, because you've got protection and you've got fertility. Okay, there's something here about protecting your ideas. Why was I shown that? Why was I told to protect your ideas? And you've also got stability. Your ideas are extremely important. What it is that you're creating and trying to birth into the world, or already getting ready to birth into the world, are very important. Now, whoever it is in the family or this, you know, friendship circle, these people are trying the most, and they're trying at many different angles to either slander name, to remove reputation from a business, or just from that person, whether that is you or the person you're thinking of. And you're being asked to, until you're ready to birth that completely with trademark if you need it, you know, or you're ready to sign that deal that's going to protect your creative ideas, do not share that. Okay, do not share it, because sharing it, whether that is through social media or going, oh, come and listen to this, you don't know whether or not this person is linked to that family member. And it's not just that. If you are inspiring others with your artwork, with the way that you connect with them, you do not want somebody else to steal them, you know. Okay, and I heard birth them before you. You've also got air signs here, Gemini, Aquarius and Libra. So this is about how you communicate. This is also to do, again, with your friends. And then Libra, which for me is about court cases. You're being told to keep, especially when it comes to your friends. I am not saying don't trust your friends, because that is just inciting paranoia and fear. I am saying that you go with your gut into it, your gut feeling, your intuition and your discernment. If you already have, you know, a so-so vibe about certain people that you know or certain acquaintances, trust your gut, okay? Lead with your intuition and not with your fear when it comes to this. If it's a work colleague and there's a project and they really want to know what you're up to and you just feel it's a bit meh, don't let them know, okay? Because you've also got, yeah, because look, there is definitely someone in someone's friendship circle, in their, you know, whether it's at their job, whether that's a friend from, you know, when you're a child, or in your family, that is not to be trusted. Okay, and you've got here, yeah, because somebody is peeking in. They're trying to peek in any which way they can, whether that be through dream state or if that's coming through and being a peeping Tom. I'm going to leave it there though. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you, I'd love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, I'm really, really appreciative that you are here. I love and respect you guys. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to my readings and to give me honest feedback as well. Anyone that would like to have a reading, all of my information is in the description box below. Just as I said at the start, my email has changed for now because I am having issues with my old email, which was Bronwen's Cove. So have a look for the email. It's whiteravenmystic@gmail.com. It is down in the description box. Anyone that feels moved to leave a donation, it's never ever expected but highly appreciated, because it just means I can put more time, love and cards into this channel. All of that's down in the description box. And with that being said, I really hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye you guys.